it's still a tremendously exciting time for this industry. I think, you know, we are really proud of, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm in my role, is we are very proud of the fact that we weathered through a tremendous amount of storms that have existed around the programmatic space, whether it's the transparency piece or, you know, brand safety, viewability, you know, notions of the open exchange is full of garbage, all those things that just created a lot of noise in the ecosystem. We have been tremendously successful in navigating through those. But it's not like, you know, the complexity or the opportunity is in any way, shape, or form diminished over the course of time. In fact, we find that it's getting even more complex, particularly when you start to think about how we help our clients navigate the data ecosystem in particular. So what we're really, really excited about is firstly to take a lot of the scale and success that we've delivered in the US to branch that out across the rest of the IPG network. On a global basis. So I was just in Asia Pacific last week, and you know, you go to a market like China and it's still completely different than what you would expect in anywhere else in the Western world, and there's a whole raft of innovation that's coming out of our teams there that everybody could benefit from. So I think when you're a leader of a global agency network, or not, you know, Cadreon being the agency network as it were, what's really great is being able to go and see where that innovation and that strength lies and bringing that to all the other markets. The other thing is getting consistent in terms of moving strategically upstream with our clients. I think the teams certainly in a lot of our markets have benefited from just the growth of programmatic, but they need to continue to evolve what their offering is, and we want to get some consistency, particularly with global clients. And where we're really, really pushing the envelope is because we are part of IPG and IPG Mediabrands and the Mediabrands data and technology investment that's been part of the press in the past year, and Arun's work around what we do on our audience measurement platform. The fact that we could take those audiences and take them anywhere and activate them anywhere is a huge opportunity for us. And so we're taking them to places that people don't typically think that you could take audiences in terms of what we do in our advanced television work and addressability in connected television into out-of-home environments. So we're super excited about programmatic becoming and scaling in a much more meaningful fashion well beyond the digital ecosystem. What we're really super excited about and what we're really steadfast in pushing the envelope about is around the data that we could be leveraging, right? So we've made a significant investment in our audience measurement platform. We are talking to all the major smart TV players, some of the data players that sit within that ecosystem, and even with the big networks and the players that have a lot of addressability to say we want that data so that we can better inform our plans and then better activate. So there's a big piece around there. The simple fact of the TV ecosystem in particular, which I'm sure you're aware, is it's not programmatic today, right? So we are bringing the principles of data and automation that have always empowered programmatic and applying those to television, but there are still some things that are transacted in a traditional way. But what we do is, you know, because we've done a lot of investment and development around our Unity infrastructure, we're trying to bring in as much as we possibly can into that infrastructure to further automate and develop. So some of it is by partnering with the right technologies that can augment ours, or in certain senses what we develop on our own in order to activate and continue to scale what is a pretty significant part of our business. First and foremost, what we've put a lot of focus on in the past year and a half is how we generate a greater level of fluency around programmatic media and around Cadreon within the IPG network. So we do quite a lot of stump speeching and you know, trying to break through some of those walls that were artificially created a number of years ago between creative and media. And what we're finding is now, instead of having to knock down those doors and knock on those doors to get them open, they are actually starting to come to us in a really big, meaningful way. And I think it's because they are seeing clients want more dynamicism when it comes to their creative and the creative process, and for it to be much more responsive or related to the audiences that are so strategically important to target. So I still think we're only at the tip of the iceberg in terms of the opportunity, but we're pushing really hard on on that, and it's further manifested by the attention that the IPG agencies are giving towards our audience measurement platform and the potential for that to empower them. So it's certainly part of our long-term strategic point of view around bringing creative and media back together again, empowered by data, and hopefully as we continue to crack away at it, that it'll bring it to fruition quite soon.
When you think about advanced TV, what would be your hope, maybe 12 or 18 months or even 2 years out? Where would you hope the opportunity is for your brands, for your clients?
What's really interesting is the opportunity is huge. I think it's, whilst it's a significant part of our business, it's still not at the scale that I would like it to be. So I think in the next 12 to 18 months, there is a huge opportunity to blow this out. I think where we are always at is at that slight tension point of, everything is planned and everything is measured on that age, sex, demo paradigm that's existed for so long. It's been based on the Nielsen rating points, and that's just the whole ecosystem for television. So when you bring in this methodology of how we could help extend the reach of a base TV plan, or how we can do addressability based on really great informed data targets, it's slightly outside the paradigm of thinking for the client and the paradigm of their measurement and the paradigm of the models that they build internally, usually around what their media mix should be. So we are still at the burgeoning element of, okay, how do we navigate through this? What becomes the right mix? What becomes the right methodology? And how do you really shift the needle on those things? And my hope is that we move to an ecosystem that goes away from calling things by channel, and that it's really just we are doing a pure audience buy across screen, irrespective of any of those. The environments are important, but let's plan and activate against those audiences wherever we can find them in the best formats or channels that are going to deliver the most effective results.